Hello, future bestsellers and planners, our little planning family here. Welcome to tonight's boozy plannerama. I have to confess, I'm drinking water today. I feel like you
I'm
too. Oh,
not.
good. Caro's drinking. All right.
Oh my gosh. Caro, do you have an alcoholic beverage?
It is. It's a fake alcoholic beverage.
Oh my God. Am I really the only person with alcohol?
Just
You
tonight.
are.
Never
Wow.
happens to me.
That's a plot twist. What
Oh my
happened?
gosh. Right?
I know, right? Usually
This
I
might be the
can be
only
counted
one.
on for an alcoholic beverage. I just was not up for. I do still have my giant thing of water. I was not up for it tonight, and normally I am. Perhaps at like a break I'll run out and get some alcohol.
Only
But
if
yeah.
you want
Now that
to.
you've been publicly shamed for
I
not
know.
participating in the boozy
Nobody.
part of the Boozy
Nobody's shaming.
That's
Drinking
right.
is
There's
a
no
choice.
shaming.
Drinking
That's
is
right.
a choice. You can make it.
That's right. I'll be a designated. You can have two designated planners on this stream. So Kara was about to make a confession right before we went
right.
live.
Okay.
So Kara, do you want to go ahead and confess now?
Yeah.
Do we...
Well, I'll introduce myself first.
Oh, that's a good plan. We should do that too.
Hello, my name is Kara Brown. I also write under the name of Faye Black. I write urban fantasy and I write romance erotica. And I'm here today to plan out my October as much as I can because it is going to be a very busy month because I put in my 30-day notice and they gave me 3 months of work to do. So that's my life.
Wow.
That is it. That is it. All right. Well, that sounds like a good like you're going to have to figure out how to bend time, which is something that I always believe I'm able to do with my planner. I'm so glad you're here today. All right, Amy, awesome buddy, is also here with us today. Amy, tell us a little about yourself and what are you working on planning for today?
First of all, I missed you guys. It's been a hot minute
Aw.
since I've been here.
Ditto.
I love doing this show. I am an SEO consultant who also sets up websites. And I got into the writing community with Sky, and the AuthorTube community with Sky, and then Carol became my friend, and then Lisa became my friend, and so here we are doing planner stuff. I am also trying to schedule out my October because Q4 is the start of a couple of classes, one of which I honestly completely forgot I was going to do in Q4. So I've got like a full load of school and a full load of clients, and it's fall, so I also have a full load of getting my garden ready for the winter before Jack Frost comes in here and just murders all of my expensive fancy plants. So
who needs sleep? Sleep
I
is
know,
optional.
right?
Sleep is overrated. Actually,
I'm gonna be out there digging dirt 2:00 in the morning. I'm not cold. You're not gonna get my flowers. So
I love that. I love that. Yes, I don't love the 2:00 in the morning, but I love that you would forego sleep in order to protect your flowers.
thank you. I am a druid after all.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here today. I am also planning. I'm going to be working on my October, but I'm also going to be working a little bit on stuff for 2023. Part of that is because I just came back from Novelist Inc., which is one of my favorite writing conferences ever, and I am like came back all just chock full of ideas, which I love that feeling. Like I'm going to do this and this and this, and then try to figure out like how can I do all of that with just the same amount of time that I have now. So I'm going to try and do that. I will say I ordered my new 2023 planner today. And a lot of stickers from Aaron. I know, right? I'm excited from Aaron Condren because I really like the way their planners are set up, and also I like the paper stock. And you guys know how what a paper snob I am, right? I love that their paper is like not. It's just thick enough. It's great. I've really been very happy with my planners. So I ordered another one, and I did order a 16-month so that I would get like September, October, November, December. I had some, let's say, planning hiccups throughout the year this year. And there are some projects that I'm behind on. So I go, well, do I keep going with my current planner? Do I scribble stuff out that's not going to happen? Or do I just Start fresh with a 16-month planner. I usually like to divide things up by year, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. If you guys have a vote about whether, like, because one of the things, like, I had planned to be my second book in my new hockey romance series, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish the first one this year, but I'm definitely not going to have time to finish the second one. And so do I just scribble that out where it says October 1st, start working on Hockey Romance 2? Or do I do something else? What do you guys think? I want to know. All right. Let's say hi to our friends in the chat, and then we're just going to keep on rolling here. The Book Eclectic, aka Lisa. Hello. We are very, very glad to see you. We're very happy you're here when we're live. Whoop, whoop. All right, there you go. I know, right? I have a lot of energy today. I'm not quite sure why that is. Alexa's here. Hello, Alexa. We're very glad to see you today. Victoria. Hello, Victoria. We're glad you're here. Victoria says this is perfect timing. I was just about to start setting up my Kanban board. Fantastic. I love that. I'm a Kanban fan myself. Love, love, love. I also need to set up my reading journal for the month. Very nice. Cool Gamers here. Hello. We are so glad to see you. Devin's here today. Hey, Devin. We're very glad you are here. Oh my gosh, we have such a good group. Mama Ward's here. Hello. We're so glad to see you. Caro threw up a website, happens to be carobrown.com. And she says, Amy made this website. We were talking earlier about Amy making fantastic websites, and she's made this great one. So you guys should definitely go visit. I'm wondering, is there a newsletter link on Caro's website?
No.
There is though, isn't there? Your Substack technically counts as a newsletter. It's a circular.
Yeah, it goes to the Substack, but it's not the way that Lisa's thinking about it. So the simple answer is telling Lisa no.
Oh, gotcha.
That's not going to be simple. All right.
I said the simple answer. I didn't say the discussion would be simple.
True. All right, we're going to talk about that later. You're lucky it's a planner stream and not the other stream. On Wednesday, we're going to be like, our topic of the day is
I won't be there.
I know. Should Caro Brown be collecting emails from her website? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. We're going to have a talk about that. All right. Anyway, Mary Wimbley's here. Hi. We're so glad. Vixen is here. We're very glad you made it today. Margaret's here. Coming off Tiffany and Barrett's live stream, going to submerge into editing mode. Nice. Very, very nice. Vixen got Kanban board done and my reading journal. Now need to make stickers of all my books. Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Yes, I am a fan of that.
I love printing out my own stickers. Like they're the kind that you can just print in like a regular printer. So there's no gloss. If you get them wet, it does ruin them. But I've started doing it and I absolutely love it because I have that Creative Fabrica subscription. So I have access to a bazillion graphics and I can just print out exactly what I want. I love it.
That is awesome. I have found myself making little stickers for things that I want to have stickers for that I do regularly, but I don't have stickers for, like that Procrastinate Planner has not yet come up with. One of them is the Wednesday live stream, right? I made a whole bunch of like writing live stream, that kind of thing for my planner. So I do that. All right. Eva is here. Hi, Eva. We're super glad you were here. I'm so glad to see you today. So here's what I want to know, you guys. One, what are you working on planning today? If you have not already told us what you're going to plan. And two, I want to know if you have an opinion about the question I asked earlier, which is, should I, since my goals have changed for quarter 4 for this year, should I scribble and over sticker my planner, or should I start fresh when I get a 16-month planner, which would include October, in like the next couple of weeks? So if you guys have if you have a thought on this, I'm dying to hear it. There's one part of me that likes a nice, clean, fresh start. And then there's another part of me that's like, I like the years all by themselves, no interlapping of the years. So,
I'm inclined to think if it's more than just like maybe 2 things that are no longer on the original timeline, I don't see any harm in going ahead and switching over to your new notebook and starting fresh. Like that's what I would do if I had,
right.
if I had more things to change than to keep, I would not hesitate to switch over to the new notebook and just use the old one as reference as I plan the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible. Okay, that's a good perspective. I appreciate
I do have
that.
one question though.
Yes.
One nerdy, brainy person question to another. You said you came back from your conference and you're just buzzing with ideas.
Yes.
What is your favorite way to get all those brains out of your head? Like all those ideas out of your head. It's just your favorite way to just purge ideas.
Oh, well, one of the things that I did this year that I had not done in previous conferences, because what happens is I come back all inspired and I generally will execute like 1 or 2 like bigger ideas, but a lot of times there are more ideas than that and they just sort of get buried, especially like with Novelist Inc. All of the speakers are so good. And they're all like, you could literally just level up every hour that you're there. They're just so good. And so there's more than just one big idea. And so this year I took my to-do list so I had sort of written like big items, but also small kind of tweaks, that kind of stuff that normally gets buried. So that would be my thing. I also took a bunch of pictures of the slides. And because I really wanted to remember what some of the things were said, I took my notes and the pictures that I took of the slides, and I started creating Notion pages so that I can kind of go back and refer to that. I'm not sure if I'll do that for all the talks, but the big ones for sure, where I really want to remember. Okay. We have some people. All right. So Vixen says, if you have clear packing tape, you can cover your plain stickers with it. I do it all the time to protect my stickers. Look at you, Vixen.
Thank you.
Not just good looking, but smart too. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So Lisa says she's doing nano prep today. Woohoo. Very excited. Lisa would start over with this with the new planner. I would obsess over the scribbles. I think this is going to be it. I think I'm going to have to like create like a sticker thing.
I was gonna say you already made up your mind. You were gonna switch over to the new one.
I haven't though. I ordered it, but my thought was, I can pull out those pages if I decide I want to start in January. I do also have like a real thing about, I like things to be like, I'm very specific about my goal setting and things like that. So I really do like things to be organized by year.
Do you have is Erin Condren the kind where you can take the pages out of the new one and put it into the old one at the end of the year? So you're
no, it's already
It's not like the tool where it's all movable or a regular notebook.
No.
Oh yeah, you get the spiral bound one, right? It's
yes.
It's an unusual dimension too, right? It's like
longer. It lies flat.
It's like 7x9. Yes, because it lies flat. That's why I like the spiral one. Eva says my calendar has no set dates for this exact reason. Yes. So you know what's funny? I had a calendar. I don't know if you guys remember like my big giant thing that was like 11x17 that said the exciting life of Lisa Daly. Well, I used those for years, like probably a decade, maybe longer. And I really did love it. But Caro Brown talked me into a publishing only planner. And
you say talked you into it like it was like me coercing you. It was kind of like it was like maybe you should try this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you didn't even, I don't think you even actually tried to talk me into it. We just had a conversation and you're like, if it's a priority to you, it should have its own planner. And I was like, oh, you are correct. So I did that. I don't want to have 9 planners, but I have a publishing planner because that's key. And so, yeah. But the other thing is that I'm very specific about my goals in my planner, because I think in order to accomplish these things, you have to write them down and look at them on a regular basis.
Mhm.
So I'm not feeling guilty for not being able to finish my goals this year because, as you guys know, my daughter was super sick. And so, like, I would not have made a different choice. So I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, it's too bad that I'm not finishing that second book, but completely understandable given the circumstances. So I'm okay with that part of it, which makes me think, okay, for maybe this year, I'll just start fresh. But again, I'm torn. I'm deeply conflicted. All right. Mary says she would start fresh with the new one. Banu's here. Hello. Boozy Planorama tonight. We're going to do some planning.
Plan.
Plan. Mr. Gray is here. Hello. We're so glad to see you there.
Mhm.
You're welcome. All right. Eva says Carol once barely mentioned a publishing planner. And I'm like, Carol made me do it. She talked me into it. She made me do it.
I came over. I drove over, grabbed your arm, twisted it behind you.
Mm-hmm,
You will do the planner.
Ooh, I want to see this. Okay, so not like I don't have enough productivity tools. Benu, will you send us a link? I think
I have the link.
You've got it? Okay. Yeah, I would love to see it. All right. Eva says, I use plan.her, which I found from a random Google search for small Black-owned planner businesses, and then planners with no dates and spiral bound. So is plan.her, which I love that name, is it a digital planner, or is it a company that produces paper planners? I love that name. I think that's just great. Hi, Ray. Very glad to see you today.
Hello.
Very, very nice. Thank you so much. All right. So I wasn't tallying the votes. I think we have more for Start Fresh than we do. Yeah, than we do for this. So so you guys let us know if you have not already, what are you working on planning today? Are you doing October, Q4, 2023, this week? What's your what are you planning? And then I'm going to just look really fast for we did a little timer last time.
Timer. We like a timer.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do my confession while you find the timer?
Yes.
Okay, so
confession time.
Oh my god. Okay, so I had to switch because before I was using a bullet journal system like this, and I was like, I love it, it's great, and I did, I loved it, and it was great. But then my life got very busy, and it got a lot more demanding in different ways. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to switch to a regular planner, right? Because I just don't have time for layouts and stuff. So I went and got the Hobonichi Spring for 2022, right? And you were talking about switching over to a new planner. And of course, as soon as I got the Hobonichi Spring for the rest of 2022, the new planner for 2023 came out, right? And it doesn't start until January. I had a thought, and my thought was that starting in September all the way until the end of next December, I'm going to have I feel like it's life-changing, and I wanted to document it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did... I'm so afraid to admit this because they'll come for me. So what I did was I took that Hobonichi, the spring, and I cut it up, and I inserted it into the one for 2023, which meant that I had to cut it up too. So I Frankensteined my planner.
Wait a minute. You get to, let's see the big, all right, here we go.
So I Frankened it, right? And I tried to make myself feel better by putting bee sticker duct tape on the side.
It looks beautiful.
No, it doesn't.
Very nice. Everybody loves bees. All right.
Yes. But that was my confession. And the Hobonichi community is pretty devout to this planner. So if they find out that I basically took two and melted them into one, I'm gonna get messages.
I love that you're a hybrid planner. Love it. I just love it.
Yeah.
All right. I do. I think it's great. You know what? The most important thing about a planner is not the kind of planner you have. It's how it works for you. And if you need an awesome mashup planner with bees on it. No one should fault you for that. All right. So Eva says it's a physical planner, paper, not a lot of options to change it up, just one, but it fits for what I use pretty well. Love that. Rose says 1997. I don't remember what we were talking about, but thank you. All right. Very nice. Alexa says, doing review of the final week of Q3 and planning for next week. Also resetting the Kanban. Love that. Very nice.
Oh, sorry, not to change the subject and talk about me some more, because that's not the kind of person I am. But Amy, because I felt like this was going to be a big planner for me, I actually went and got like that tarot card for the media kit on here.
I love it.
Oh, love it.
This was Lisa's idea, because I have Kara's tarot coming out, and she was like, "You should make yourself a tarot card." And I was like, "Well, I guess I will."
I love it. That is
Hair flip.
awesome.
By the time this is over with, Caro's going to be like Bandit from the X-Men, just pew, 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 tarot cards.
Yes.
It's so
That was
cool.
that's his name, right? The right one?
Gambit? Yeah.
Gambit, not Bandit.
Yeah.
Gambit.
I knew what you
There we
meant.
go.
It's okay.
Thank you.
I used to have a dog named Bandit. Okay. Sock stealer, that dog. Okay. CEO Savvy's here.
Hi.
CEO's planning Preptober schedule. Very nice. Going to attempt serial fiction for NaNoWriMo. So I'll need to meticulously plan in October so I can hit the ground running in November. Good for you. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Love that. All right. Oh my God. CEO. We will be talking soon because I did see the end of Cobra Kai. I'm so excited. Okay. Like, what? I know. Okay. Mama War. I was late to the party, but I did see it. I'm excited now. Okay. So Mama Ward is reorganizing because work laptop is being repaired using my youngest child's old laptop with no camera or mic, and the keyboard is, let's say, temperamental. You are a dedicated human. So very, very nice. Very proud of you. Eva says, love this. Very nice. Everybody loves the Frankenstein planner. Look at this. Love it. Love it. Love it.
They love it until they find it. And it's going to be like, what did you do to the holy book? I've seen the commentary, because there's like some women who will like cut off the edges of it because it's just too, like, it won't fit into their agendas. And all the comments, like, I see in their videos, like, how could you do that? Sacrilege to the tree of woe with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I know. I try not to be too precious about my organizer things. Like, they're functional, they're beautiful, but they're functional first. Okay. Mama Ward says, I want all of Kara's tarot. And my youngest was looking at the pre-release thing you sent me, and she loves the art.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Yay. All right. So let's go ahead and do, we did this before. We did a little 10-minute sprint to get some planning stuff rolling. So let me share my screen and we'll get rolling on that.
Whatever you want to do, it's your show. As I always say, right? I'm like, whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy.
So this is sort of funny. I am, I always think like, oh, okay, I've shut all those windows, but there are secret windows, because then when I try to find the window I want in the list, there's like 30. Okay, who's ready? All right, let's do a 10-minute planning sprint. I almost said planning sprint, and get rolling. If you guys are just popping in, let us know what you are working on planning today. Is it Preptober? Is it are you planning your Q4? Are you planning this month? Are you planning next year? Let us know. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's plan. I'm just talking with my microphone turned off. Lame. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, so yeah, so I was just working on this week, but I'm trying to sort of get some new things set for 2023. So I really am not, I think I might just go ahead and skip the planner. This is 2023 is just going to be that special that it needs 16 months to contain it. All right. So that's how it is. I'm just going to start fresh. There you go. All right. So we have a whole bunch of comments. Let's just do this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So Mama Ward says Caro's hitting 17-year-old anime girl market. Very nice. Mary's going to be doing Preptober. Banu Bright is excited about planning. Okay, Mama Ward is going through the last 2 years of planners. I skip writing 6.2 days per month on average. Does that mean that you write for like 24 days a month? Or do you take off weekends? I'm curious about that. Hi, Barrett. Hello. We're very, very glad to see you. Very, very nice. All right, Mary's doing Preptober, not for Nano, but because I'm starting over on the midnight. Jamie's officially stepped down as my co-author since she had a lot on her plate. Oh, well, that's I know you guys have been working on that, I think, as long as I've known either one of you. So wow. Well, you can do this, Mary. You can do it. We have total faith. Barrett, have a lovely dinner. Thank you. Very, very nice. I appreciate it. All right. Everybody's like, hello, have an awesome dinner. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, you know what? I think that's great that you guys have sort of figured out how that's going. All right. That's fantastic. I'm very glad to hear it. All right. Ooh, Ray has a question. I'll be going back to work soon, part-time retail coffee. How do I avoid burnout? Work has always been rough due to health issues, and I really want to stick to my goals, but it's hard for me to rest. That's so hard because it's such a hard question because if you don't get enough rest, then the time that you spend is less productive anyway. So this sort of reminds me of, so one of my clients, and actually someone I heard speak at Novelist Inc., is an author named Sky Warren, and she is a 7-figure author. She supports her whole family, and she went from working these really long 8 to 10 hour days to being able to only work like 2 hours a day because she had some health issues, and they're ongoing. It's a chronic thing. And so she had this sort of panic attack because she was like the breadwinner of her family. She didn't want to give up her nice house and her life and, and all of that. And so she was trying to figure out, like, how am I going to make this work? How can I earn the same amount of money I did last year, but only working 2 hours a day? And the answer to that was that she cut out everything that was not directly furthering her goal. And I feel like the best way to avoid burnout is to not try to do everything. Just do the things that are really important to you. Yeah.
I know a starting point for me when I had my health issues, because resting is hard for me too, was to figure out what actually is rest for me. Like just taking a bubble bath is not rest for me. I feel so unproductive. I actually stress. Gardening is rest for me. I love what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And I might be more physically tired at the end of it, but I feel more rested after watering my plants for an hour than if I tried to sit in a bubble bath and just scroll through Pinterest for an hour. So, try to figure out what rest actually is for you, because then you'll be better able to figure out how to accommodate it as well. Are you someone like I am, someone who needs like 8+ hours of sleep a night? I feel bad if I don't get 8+ hours. So I do schedule my day around making sure I get to bed on time. It inconveniences a lot of stuff, but I do prioritize that for my own health and rest and wellness. So maybe figure out what actually rests you and then how you can accommodate that to make sure you're still incorporating that rest and self-care into your new schedule and figuring everything else out.
Yeah.
My recommendation for what it's worth is know what you can say no to. Because what I'm doing right now, and again, I'm not trying to talk about myself, but what I'm doing right now is I'm jotting down all the high priority things that have to get done, right? Like the stuff has to get done. No getting around it. Like even if I'm vomiting sick in the bathroom, I'm going to have my laptop and I'm going to work because this stuff has to get to that point. But by having that mapped out, if somebody says like, hey, on Tuesday, can you do this? I'm going to flip to Tuesday and I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like maybe I can try and fit you on this day or I can do it this way. And I find a lot of individuals that I've spoken to that suffer from burnout extensively don't say no to things. So that would be my rec.
All good points. Very good points. Benu says, raising my hand with a really dumb question. There are no dumb questions. Any past streams with a how to plan for dummies or quick tips? Not sure where to start. Looking forward to that series, Bible how to. So we could definitely talk about.
There is one.
We can definitely talk about those sort of like the basics of planning. I think that it's one of those things that if you're not, it's not something that you've previously done, it can kind of feel sort of overwhelming.
I think I did. Let me check.
Did you? Oh my gosh. I'll bet.
To the surprise of no one.
All right. Carol may have already done this.
Yeah.
All right. While she's looking for this, we'll talk about it. So one of the things that's important is to write down your goals, because if you're not writing them down, you're probably not thinking about them as often as you should be and how to accomplish them. And so if you're writing down what you want to accomplish, then you can break that down into smaller steps in your planner or your calendar or however you, or just a goal sheet or a Kanban board.
Yeah, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, right? Sorry. No, but that's it. So that's really the key, is think about the major things you want to accomplish. Sarah Cannon, who does the Heart Breathings channel, she has a million videos also on how she plans her stuff. And she plans a lot. Like I'm a planner for sure, but I don't get down to that like nitty gritty. But God bless anybody who does.
She plans to like a level that I have never seen before.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's kind of like, it does not have to be that. She's super organized and super productive, which is incredible. And also some people don't feel like there's not like a lot of middle ground, and there really is. You don't have to be that extreme, or you can be if you want to. So whatever works best for you. But yeah. All right. So Carol's going to look for that if you have any questions at all. But that's the main concept of planning, is just figure out what you want to do in a period of time. So a goal and a deadline, and then break that apart over a period of time or smaller goals, so that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish in the time that you want to accomplish it in. All right. So Mama Word says momentum reallocation is a valid thing to do when life gets busy. Goals should be allowed to be moved because we don't have single purpose lives. That is absolutely true.
I think it's this one.
Theo says on days she feels burned out, I watch TV shows, movies with similar vibe to my work in progress. I do that too. So I'm still thinking about my project, but it doesn't take as much energy. Look at you. Very nice. All right. Lists are good too. I feel like the thing about a list is that you could, like, I use a list every day. That's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish that day. And then anything I don't accomplish, and I try to prioritize which are the most important things. Anything I don't accomplish gets pushed to the next day's list. And that's one thing, like, I wouldn't just do lists or just do a planner, do them together.
Yeah,
So I'm
one
gonna
of the key things that I had to learn in the beginning was that there's a difference between a to-do list and a goal.
Right.
Big difference. You can
Oh
make
yeah.
all the lists that you want, and you will just sit there and spin your wheels if you don't plan on your goal and give yourself some trajectory. So
Yeah.
I am also one of those 50,000 lists. I make a list for everything, but I look at the lists after I set my priorities for my goals. And then I use my lists when I'm actually planning the action of my goals, not
Right.
prioritizing them, because otherwise, whatever project with the biggest list, I would feel like that's the most important one, and it's usually not.
Right.
So,
Right. True. All right. Ray says all of your answers, basically the kick in the ass I needed. I needed to cut meaningless filler and make a plan of what needs to happen. I need to get back to running. For some reason, running 7 to 13 miles is relaxing.
Yeah. Oh
Dr.
yeah. Oh, you're probably like me and have monkey brain. Like I have to run in order to think. So quick before I forget, I found the video, but it's like an older one, and I had green hair, and it's a little dated. So I think I should probably like update it. So
Okay. Well, can we not see? It's there. You'll have to find a green haired video. It's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's titled "Why I'm So Organized." So
Okay.
if that's the one that you want, but I don't think it really answers the question that was asked. But I did break down like how I did that. So
Ooh, I have a great question right here. Hi, Delaney. We are so glad that you made it today. Very nice to have you. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Question is, how do I maintain discipline when writing a long project like a novel? Reward system. So
you
it's
could do
true.
does
that
not
too.
work for me. Does not work. I cannot not give
Rewards do
myself a
not work
reward at
for
the beginning.
you.
No, they don't. Not when it comes to my
I
own
tried with
planning.
Amy. It didn't work. I tried to
It
do the reward
doesn't.
This
It
system.
makes you
really doesn't.
different from all other humans and animals. You know this, right? Okay.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that. Positive reinforcement works for me, but rewards do not register in my brain as positive reinforcement. So the idea of, hey, okay, well, I'm not going to let myself do this thing until I write 1,000 words, or when I finish planning for Q4, then I'll go ahead and buy that planner for next year or something like that. It doesn't work. My reward is actually seeing my progress, and so reward systems don't work. But Lisa's works for Lisa. I know you're a big fan of them. You love them.
I do. Well, but if seeing the progress is that what's triggering your reward system in your brain, then it is some sort of a reward. It's a reward every time the number goes up. It's a reward, when you hit a certain word count, it's a reward. It is a type of reward. So if that's not your reward, candy works. And it's true. You think I'm wrong?
It does.
It's not.
Most people.
Yeah, candy works. And yeah, and that's the thing is like it's hard to know ahead of time that the middle is hard. So reward yourself when you get to some achievable goal every day, every week, sometimes every hour. So whatever it is you need to do, but that's it. I would break that up into much smaller pieces and then reward yourself when you accomplish each one of those small pieces. And how often you need to reward yourself depends on you. You might be like, okay, I'm going to reward myself after every chapter or after 20,000 words or after whatever. Sometimes you need to have a big bowl of candy and reward yourself like every hour, every half hour. Yeah.
If you're diabetic, don't take this advice.
If you're diabetic, then if you're diabetic, there is diabetic candy. I don't know if it's very good, so I don't want to recommend that wholeheartedly. But there are other things besides candy. I'm just saying, for me, candy works. Okay, there is that. If you have any other questions about that, let us know. Sorry, go ahead.
I saw an interesting study one time where they were talking about sugar and nicotine, and I think in the study they also did like cocaine, but they were talking about how that boost every hour actually helps keep your brain stimulated. It might be a hard candy because it's a little hit of sugar. It might be one of those, like those little like gummy bears, but they're healthy, the little fruit snacks or whatever, because that's a little vitamin C burst. Some people, they go and they have a cigarette every hour, and it actually is a stimulant for your brain, and it really does help it work better because it's just a little something extra. And it was pretty interesting to me because sugar did work just as well as nicotine and cocaine. And I was like, oh, okay, well now. That says a
Sugar
lot
is
about
delicious. I think, yeah. I
Yeah.
so admire people who do not who do not love sugar, or who are like, oh, I cut it out 7 years ago and I've never felt better. You are my heroes. I cannot do that. I would love to. I am. I
I
try, but I love sugar so much.
Yeah,
All right, well,
no, not in my family. We're all pre-diabetic, so I can't do that.
No.
My answer to the question is I usually try to break it down into stuff that I can get done in a half hour. And if I tell myself, oh, I can get done in a half hour, I'm more likely to do it versus and like be detailed about what it is that you're trying to do in that half hour. Don't be like write a chapter because that's too vague. Write what you're gonna do in the chapter, like so and so meets, they fight, sex at the end, whatever, floats your boat. Just make those bullet points about what you need to get done.
Yeah. Yes, that's excellent advice. Excellent advice.
It mirrors your advice. You just have candy afterwards.
Well, sometimes I go for the quick fix. No, it could be anything. It could be anything. You could have a dance party every 20 minutes if you wanted to. Like, if that also will get your blood right. I do that too. Although that's usually, like, for me, a dance party is like a post chapter thing, or if you hit a big number, do a little dance, or if you feel like hunched over, like, every grandmother character in a story, then it's time for a dance party. When you get to that. All right. I don't know what honey sticks are, but I want to. Are they just like straws full of honey? Please say yes.
Yeah, they're fucking delicious. Also something I don't have, but I remember.
Delicious. And CO Savvy says Skittles is my snack crack. I get that. Really, anything covered in chocolate for me is the good thing. All right. Should we do another 10-minute plan, or do you guys just want to keep chit-chatting while we're planning?
It's up to you. It's your show.
Well, I don't have any idea. All right, let's go ahead and do it. No, we'll do it. I feel like people get more planning done if we do take breaks. So I think we will do that.
We will do whatever you want.
Oh, all right. That's good. Hold on. I can't remember. For a second there, I forgot how to share a screen.
I'm helping with the answer that she's asking for. What do I do? Whatever you want. That's not what I asked.
That whatever you want. All right, here we go. 10 minutes on the clock. We are going to go ahead and do our quiet planning, and then we'll come back and talk more about questions and how we're all doing with stuff. So, all right, here we go. All right. Very nice. So I got the rest of my week done. How did you guys do on your little planner sprint?
I did pretty good. I added in all of the stuff I needed so far.
Fantastic. Very nice. So everybody who's doing who's planning Preptober now, what kind of stuff are you guys putting in your planners as far as that? Are you plotting like how you're going to organize your prep work for the month? Are you just like looking to get some specific thing done? Inquiring minds want to know. Dun, dun.
I hadn't thought about Preptober until I had my stream today, and then I went back to not thinking about it because I'm an adult. If I ignore it, it will go away.
Are you going to be doing NaNoWriMo this year?
I promised my friend up in Canada I would do it with him. I just didn't know what I was going to write. Although Sky kind of came to my rescue after my stream, and because I'm trying to write one short story a week, and she's like, just figure out what short stories you're going to write and just make that anthology. And I was like, God damn, you're brilliant.
So Lisa says she made a list of goals, and now I'm trying to break them down into weekly and daily bits. That is the best way to do it, for sure. I feel like everybody's so quiet tonight. We're like, yeah,
I'm distracted.
No, very nice. All right. So Mary said, I printed Sarah Cannon's Preptober workbook, but only the pages I needed from it, not tracking word count. So I left those pages out. Good for you. Very nice. She always has great stuff. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm sure she did a great job with it. All right. I feel like we've been talking about Sarah Cannon a lot tonight, but I think it's just because we're planning and she's kind of,
Her planner collection is like to the point where I'm like, are you okay? Like, do you want to talk? I say that in the nicest way. Like, she's got her shit together.
She definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that we know in psychology is if somebody has like a planner for a planner for a planner, it's a trauma coping mechanism. So when I see her have like 18 million planners, I'm like, would you like to talk? I'm here for you.
That makes me sad. That makes me very sad. That makes me very sad. I could see that it might be perceived as like really needing to have a lot like control over everything, which would indicate at some point that you probably had experienced some kind of trauma.
She verified that for me because she actually talked about it on her channel at one point.
I was going to say, not that we're saying, but Sarah says that.
No, it's always like a little bit of an inkling. Now, at one point, like when I was watching her, I was like, I have a feeling, but whatever. But then she came out with a video about it, and I was like, ding, 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 that's it right there.
Yeah.
And I used to see that a lot with the women who were going, because I used to work for a nonprofit group for women of substance and domestic abuse, and so I had a lot of women that would come through, and they would have a lot of that going on. So at some point I'd be like, we can let go, which is ironic coming from me. I'm like, put the planner down, and now I'm like, give it to me, it's mine.
I need the planner. Yes. Yeah, there is something to that. I think whenever we go through things where we feel a loss of control, if we're victimized in some way, or if things are happening around us that are bad, that we, someone gets sick, or the weather, or whatever it happens to be, I think it does. I certainly feel like I can organize my way out of any situation in life. Like I think no matter what, it can be made better with organization. And so, yeah, I mean, that's it. I completely lost my train of thought. That's how I feel about planning. The end. Okay, so Lisa says I have 4 planners. I can see that though. Like if you have, how many planners do you have, Caro?
I have 2.
Cool. All right.
This is my author planner, very very tiny, and then this is my my entire fucking life planner.
I got it. So I just have the publishing planner now, but then I also use iCal, which is just the Mac calendar app. So
what are your planners, Lisa? Other Lisa, sorry, not to cut you off. I was like, what are
Yes.
your planners?
yeah. Well, yeah, yes, we'd like to know, what are your planners? All right, there we go.
I recently updated my planners.
Did you? How many do you have?
I reduced actually by converting one of them to digital. My client notebook, I used to actually try to write down everything. I went full ClickUp for all of my client work.
Mhm.
And now that client notebook is just for actual project notes. I'm not trying to do like my lists and my planning and my scheduling and all that stuff. It just has my to-done list where I keep track of what I did when,
Mhm.
and actual notes for clients. And I had I was just going to town in my conversation with Carol and Sky the other day, where I figured out, Carol walked me through how to integrate my Google Calendar with something. And
Surprise to no one.
I know. Oh, I was getting like a minor consultation with Carol about this one difficult client that I have. They have like no project management whatsoever.
Is it me?
None. No, God, no. Of course not. But okay, but they're about to try to start nationally marketing a product that they actually changed the bottle for in less than the month after they gave me the stock photos. They changed all 3 bottles.
Oh,
and I'm like,
no.
you can't do that. So I got Caro to like just give me some how do I rein these people in? I need to be able to show them what I'm doing. So she just gave me a couple of tips. And when she was explaining to me, because I use Trello for most clients who are like can't handle ClickUp basically,
Mhm.
because Trello is very easy visually to understand what's happening, and that's great. And I love ClickUp, and ClickUp has these new upgrades now. It's phenomenal. It blows my mind how great it is. I even found a ClickUp template that ClickUp went out of its way to make it look like Notion. Like it looks and functions like Notion, and it's just a ClickUp template that ClickUp made so that they could replicate that system.
So that they could be like Notion. Well, Notion
Right?
is awesome, right?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
But,
all right. That's cool.
I got
It's
some
because
tips.
they were
Yeah,
losing
she gave
people
me
to
some.
Notion.
Yeah, it is pretty rad. I use Notion for all my schoolwork because it lets you like basically like it's a lot easier for me to just add content into Notion
Mhm.
and like large amounts of content and come back and edit my notes and stuff like that. So I use Notion for all of my school stuff
I
and ClickUp for all my
love
client stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally love Notion. Love,
Yeah,
love,
it's
love.
growing on me big time.
All
But I
right, so
figured out how to connect it all to my Google Calendar too. Like, so now I can see all 3 of those things, the Trello and the ClickUp and the Notion, all in my Google Calendar. And I can actually see what I have out every day and actually
Wow.
plan my day. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. I finally figured out how to make it all work.
It all
Like, I was
feeds
just
in
going
together
off.
into that Google Calendar.
And then the Google Calendar's on my phone. So I can actually I don't have to be logged into everything to just be like, oh, Thursday's going to be busy, isn't it? And go and just look. I don't have to check all of those things. I don't have to check Trello and Notion and ClickUp. I just go to Google Calendar. And
great.
I went hardcore digital nerd planning, and it feels pretty good. The way everything connects to each other is awesome. I never had that before.
That is pretty awesome. So Lisa says she's using Clever Fox Planner. She's got a writing planner, a wellness planner, a financial planner, and this is the best ever, a Golden Girls planner for my family.
That's amazing.
I love that. Alexa says, in theory, I have 4, though 2 of them are planner journal hybrids.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Google Calendar to send me reminders. Yes. I use Notion to send me reminders. Yes. Ooh, Notion versus Evernote. I never used Evernote. Anybody else?
Personal preference. I find it's really hard to customize Evernote, although Evernote's really useful for like note taking. But the way that Notion is set up, it allows you to like tag your notes for certain things. So if you're looking for a certain note related to a topic, you can type in the tag and find it. Where Notion's a little harder to do that. And again, it goes back to personal preference, and I haven't used it since 2017. And even when I tried to use it in 2017, it didn't meet my needs at the time. I went straight to Google Doc. So,
all right, there you have it.
I drink the Kool-Aid. She's right over here in the corner. If I tell her to turn off the light, she will.
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So Notion versus Evernote. Very, very nice. All right, you guys. So we're going to end at 9:30 tonight, 9:30 Eastern, which is in like 15 minutes. Do we want to chit chat for another 15 minutes? Everybody in the chit chat, or do we want to do another like 10-minute planner sprint?
We should do a 10-minute planner sprint.
Think so? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll do it.
I've spoken. I'm having my way.
I know. Yeah, that's good. All right, here we go. There is something special about having your way occasionally. All right, here we go, everybody. Let's go ahead and get planning in 3, 2, 1. Plan away. All right. We are back and my microphone is turned on. I feel like this is a major accomplishment for today. So I feel pretty good. I made a good dent in my Q3 or Q4 planning. How do you guys feel about the planning we've done so far today?
I feel pretty good. I definitely broke down all the priorities that need to be done on a daily basis, so that way I don't have to think about it in the moment. I can just flip to it and be like, these are the things I have to do.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Amy, your mic is still turned off.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, accomplish what you wanted to accomplish today?
Yes, I'm still in the lists portion, making the list of all the things that I need to get done and any task that I can think underneath it. Like that one client is about to have a huge marketing plan. So there's, phases to that. And I'm still just kind of brain dumping it all where it needs to go to get it out of my brain. I've got a system now of how I just sort of throw ideas at ClickUp and throw ideas at Notion and what I actually take down and write for myself in my notebook. And so, yeah, it was mostly brain dumping Q4 stuff here.
All right. Well, that's good. I love that everybody. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, I do have a list where Sky shared with me the Heart Breathing's 90 course. The little book to basically just show you how to take a step back and look at your larger projects. Like, what is this? Home improvement, physical improvement, whatever. And that's my next step. After I manage to purge all of these to-do lists and organize them, my next step is going to be prioritizing them based on that Heart Breathing's 90 thing, where I kind of, almost like Caro said earlier, what can I say no to and what can I not say no to? What is it really going to bother me if that doesn't get done?
Right.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of brain purging. I'm happy with my progress.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Mama Ward said, this does not surprise me. Mama Ward makes her own writing planner and symptom tracker. I love that. That's fantastic.
I had to make my own health notebook because I tried to find ones that were simple and clear, and I just couldn't. So I ended up making my own. I hand draw my templates out every month.
Well, look at you. That's fantastic. Lisa says, I'm so excited. I was sitting here trying to be productive and then your live popped up. I feel so much better. Well, Lisa, I'm very glad. Thank you very much. It made my day. It makes such a difference to have the group chat. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. You guys are so amazing. Mama Ward says, I moved one project to 2023, checked the rest off the Hold My Latte 2022, and I've managed everything, including author development goals. The last of the conferences is the Pro Writer's Romance.
Nice.
Well, let me just make a note of that. I don't think I've ever been to that one. Pro Writers.
It's a free one in October.
Is it at a place or is it online? Inquiring minds. All right, fantastic. Free conference in October. Very nice. Vixen says, same. This helped me get through rewriting, which I don't like, but I need to. I can get this checked off my to-do list. Yay! Very nice. And the Clever Fox Health and Wellness Planner is amazing. All right, fantastic. That is, you guys are amazing. What? All right. So Mama Ward says online October 24th, not October 24th through the 28th. All right. Well, cool. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. That is pretty awesome. All right. Fantastic. So anybody else before we head out tonight have anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm good. I was really thankful that we had this stream and helped me get my month together. It's going to be a rough month. I'll probably look even more frazzled like the owl in the teacher meme. But,
you do not look frazzled.
No, I will. Just
Mama
wait.
word, I did not open up the YouTube page, so I can't wrench you today, but I'll do it on the Wednesday live stream. I can't believe you're not wrenched. I feel like I've known you as long as I've known most everybody else. So, all right. So Mary started hole punching workbook, but discovered my hole punch is damaged. Oh, that sucks. I'm sure you're going to figure it out, though. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for planning with us tonight. Our next boozy planorama. Dun, dun, dun. I should know this right before. Yeah.
Either October 30th or November 5th. Or November 6th.
Yeah, October 3rd. It's going to have to be October 30th for me because I love how we're doing this live on the air. Yes. Because I have the Romance Author Mastermind conference November 6th.
Ooh.
I know.
Well, that sounds right up your alley.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I will be hosting. So me hosting. Got it.
Yes. All right. So October 30th, 8 p.m. That works for you?
Yep. On the 29th, ask for a thumbnail.
All right. Fantastic. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. So we will be here next October 30th. So like 4 weeks from today for the next Boozy Planner or Rama. And we'll do that as always at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys have an awesome, awesome week. And we will see you on Wednesday. Are we having a Halloween costume stream?
I will come as myself, the best costume.
We may be. I feel like that's a fabulous idea. All right, we're gonna have to have that conversation. All right. I feel like we did have something. Did we meet last year on Halloween or something? Because I seem to remember having spider web eyeshadow last year at some point, and I feel like it was this stream, but maybe not. Okay. Anyway, all right, you guys. We will see you in another month. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. All right. Bye, everybody.